Are you struggling to keep your wheels and pedals in place? Do you have your wheel hooked to your desk? Well, that was me until I bought a wheel stand, and it really helped me get a better all experience. And I think it's one of the things that can be overlooked if you are new to sim racing. You may not want to spend the extra money on something like a wheel stand, but it's going to help you dramatically. I want to share my personal experience. So before I had just a basic wheel, I didn't want to spend a lot of money because I wasn't sure how much time I was going to use the wheel. I just want to put all my money into a cheap racing wheel to see if I like it, then maybe I'll invest in something else in the future. But I think the best way to go is to buy a wheel stand like this where you can just fold it up if you don't use it and put it aside. It's nice that I can just mount my wheel and pedals onto this and I'm going to get the same experience each time. I had an awful time with my previous wheel trying to get the wheel itself and the pedals in the correct position. You want to get the same experience each time so you can drive the same. It's hard enough coming from a controller to a wheel and pedals, but it's even harder if your pedals are moving all over the place. I recommend just spending the extra $50 to $100 to get a decent wheel stand so that way you can get the same experience every time. So stability is one of the most important things when it comes to looking at a wheel stand, and the one that I bought is pretty good. I use it at 2 different locations. The main room that I play has a carpet, and it definitely works better on the carpet versus the wood. There are little plastic feet on the bottom of the wheel stand, and they're not adjustable, but it makes it sit flat most of the time. The adjustability on this wheel stand is really easy. There are a couple of knobs on both sides. You can raise or lower the wheel stand, as well as the wheel itself. You can change the angle of the wheel if you choose to do so. The build quality on the wheel stand is really nice. It's all metal and it doesn't feel flimsy or cheap at all. This wheel stand comes already built, so all you have to do is pull it right out of the box and unfold it, which brings me to my next point is you are able to fold this wheel stand. So if you are like me and you have a limited space to your setup, you can fold it and put it away when you're not using it. And it has like a ratchet system on the bottom of the pedals, so you don't have to really press any buttons. Very easy to do. What I really like about this wheel stand is the simplicity of it. Just a few different settings you can change, enough so that you can get it exactly the way you want it, but also it's not going to take you a lot of time to figure out how to use it. This wheel stand comes with a shifter mount and you can mount it on either side. So if you are using a shifter with your setup, you can add that on easily. So if you're a beginner racer, maybe to an even intermediate racer, definitely spend the extra money. You don't have to spend a lot of money to get a good experience sim racing, which is awesome. If you're interested in more sim racing content, you can check out 2 videos that I have either on my cheap Hori racing wheel apex wheel, everything that you need to know, or my latest video that I finally upgraded to a wheel with force feedback. You can check them out right here.